Actually, do you know Mitch Richmond is? Oh, go on.
Have you ever heard of this basketball player named Mitch Richmond? So I don't know what you're talking about.
Mitch Richmond is a professional basketball player playing for the Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings.
Come on.
God.
He knows you.
Oh, Jesus.
He
Hey.
is known for his shooting ability and his ability
Correct.
to shoot from anywhere on the court.
Oh, my God.
He was also a member of the international
Correct.
team that won the gold medal at the 1992 Olympics.
Jesus. Thank you.
So I think where we are right now with SIGGRAPH is that this is a great place to hear from people who are actually creating the future about what they think the future looks like.
And would you say you're one of the people who are a bit more concerned or more curious about the integration of AI in these creative spaces?
Generally speaking, I'm an optimist. So I see where we are right now in the entertainment industry is that we're in the very early stages of what the entertainment industry is going to be next.
Okay.
There is going to be a lot of disruption, and there will be some impacts both on established companies and on people, creative people who work in the industry, as we're seeing with the current work stoppages and so on. There'll be a lot of downstream implications. But I think when we come out of this on the other side, you'll see really positive impacts both on kind of the impact of entertainment on pop culture and vice versa, and the quality of experience both for the creators and for the consumers.
If you think of what's happened now, today's computers are 10,000 times faster than the ones I worked on at the beginning of my career, okay? The amount of memory they have is 10,000 times greater. Okay? If you had told me that when I started out my career, I would see the day when I could do real-time computer graphics on a standalone computer that was small enough to fit in my pocket and connect wirelessly to the internet, I would have laughed in your face. I didn't think I would ever see that in my lifetime. Yet today, that's what we're seeing, and it's not stopping anytime soon.
SIGGRAPH is just amazing, like meeting people and so forth. And even before all of the strikes and layoffs, and even before I was in the industry itself, the environment and the connections you make are so encouraging, and it really lasts for a lifetime. It's not just like you make the LinkedIn connection and then forget about those people, but it's more like, oh, then you see those people on LinkedIn helping each other out and so forth, and that is really inspiring to me.
What advice would you give to young women stepping into this space?
I guess being really confident. I think just owning up to what you do and not being afraid is really important. Sometimes people can just step over you and they just look at you like, you're a lady, or you're young, despite being a lady, right? I think just being confident in what you do and knowing what you're doing is very important, and making sure you have a voice at the end of the day.
I think for me, regardless of which industry, because this industry in itself, there's a lot of different facets to it, a lot of different functions. But I think it's also to be confident, but also have that humility in yourself to know that you don't know something, and just ask. Yeah, so I think that's one thing that really makes a big difference, because when you ask questions, you learn, but also in the same time, you create conversation and it opens doors for you.
Interest group, SIG, in graphics. ACM has something like 34, 35 SIGs, special interest groups. And they're everything from programming languages to high performance computing to, accessibility. So there's all kinds of different SIGs. The biggest SIG is, of course, SIGGRAPH. I think the second biggest SIG is SIG-Chi, which is human-computer interaction. Back when they named it, it was computer-human interaction. Now we call the field human-computer interaction, because when we named it, we have to understand, 40 to 50 years ago, you weren't important. The computer was important. Now, you are important, the computer is not important. So it's now human-computer interaction. We put the human first, whereas before it was the computer first.
For the days that I've been at this event, I found it very inspirational. I think that the atmosphere is what I enjoyed the most and valued the most. Being alongside with my village and how we are able to just complement one another, but also work alongside each other to improve each other's existing skills and just any other skills we develop moving forward.
So my interaction or experience with SIGGRAPH is, I would say it's more so limited because we've been so focused on the podcast. I think that was my most inspirational interaction that I've had. It's brought new insight to me as far as plans that I have for the future, interest in behind the scenes as far as engineering and producing.
Okay, my takeaway from SIGGRAPH 2023 was that we got a chance to plan for a couple of weeks, to rehearse through just Zoom meetings, and we finally came together and we plugged in equipment. It worked, and we were able to get some guests prepared to have conversations about a range of topics, but mostly about what they could share about what they saw here at SIGGRAPH.
To be here is such an amazing opportunity. Never in my life have I thought that I would be at a convention to where I'll be in the same room as some of the biggest people in the entertainment industry. The career, the thing that I am most passionate about, you know, to be able to work on a podcast with my fellow apprentices, the Dakar Foundation, to be able to be in that setting so I can learn. Because of course, just like everyone else here, I'm here to learn. And I've learned so much from the people that we've interviewed, from the people that we've heard, you know, talking on their panels or on the stage, you know, in the other rooms over there. It's definitely incredibly amazing. Not to mention all the other VR or interactive booths that they have here.
So there's so many people here at SIGGRAPH 2023, and what's really cool is that they have a SIGGRAPH scavenger hunt. And I don't really know what it entails, but there's a QR code, so I signed up for it. So I'm gonna take my phone and just QR code everything, but hopefully they have some digital assets, like some art assets they have going on. I heard that they have the art community here at SIGGRAPH, so I want to go check it out because art is very important when it comes to integrating culture and aesthetics into tech that a lot of people don't think about.
I think this is a super exciting time, right? Things are transforming at every level, from how we even think about the creation of digital media as an artist to what that digital media can do once we've created it and wanted to interact with somebody. And so I think a place like SIGGRAPH is a great opportunity just to get a sense of the evolution of the field of computer graphics, how it affects so many different aspects of creativity. You know, I hope folks will come to the next one, wherever it is, or show up in LA when it's here again, and learn about that sort of stuff.
So why am I creating this inclusive Python project? Because of people who have a mental disability, such as autism or developmental disorder, to do the punish attachment. So we want to really, we want to try to reduce the panic attachment and calm down the effect from the technology. This technology will help any other people who has a mental disability, such as a mental disability person or any other mental disability has families or any other teachers and workplace and the university or schools, any other people is concerned.
And I am just so appreciative of the opportunity. And I have to say, you know, back in the 90s, I was one of the few African-American individuals that was in this space. And it was nice to actually have people that, you know, really took me under their wings and just helped me understand about the industry and the field and helped me sort of navigate what I can contribute. And volunteerism, to your point, was part of it. And I just ended up being a volunteer in so many different ways at this conference, but it also went into areas like supercomputing as well, and then partnering with the EVL team to do things like virtual reality. Before it became popular in 1994, we had Cave number 2. Bill Sherman and Alan Craig has now written a book about our actual journey and actually doing VR and things of that nature, and that was just fascinating to be on that ground floor doing that type of work and with phenomenal discipline-oriented researchers to help them understand what they were trying to do with their data and to visualize that data in a way that had not been done before. But we owe a lot of it to all of these folks that you're going to hear up here in a few minutes. But I thank CGRAP because it actually helped me move into a lot of, I'm a bureaucrat now, I work for the Department of Energy. But with that said, it's more or less really helped me develop the skill set that helped me be a leader in the field. So I thank CGRAP so much, and I think if you can volunteer, please do, because we need you and we need another 50 years. So thank you.
Thank you, Tony.